What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon so far. This is NYG Jeffy T85 here, and I have a little bit of Brooklyn Nets news concerning one of their Long Island Nets players who recently just signed a new two-way contract with the Brooklyn Nets. And according to Michael Scotto, the Brooklyn Nets have signed forward RaQuan Gray to a two-way contract, the team says. Gray is a 23-year-old second-round pick in 2021 out of Florida State, where he's 6'8", 269 pounds, and he's mainly been playing with the Long Island Nets for the past couple of seasons. Gray has been pretty much like, some depth for the Brooklyn Nets going forward. He's been like a depth player for the most part. Been pretty much playing in the Long Island Nets team. So, RaQuan Gray, he's going to be mostly, the Nets are going to see how they could develop him. And they're pretty much going to see how he's going to play, see how he's going to look. And his overall, see how he's going to, it's funny how he's playing. See how he's going to develop with the Brooklyn Nets going into this offseason. So far, in 2023 for the Long Island Nets, he's played in 18 games with all 18 of them started. He's averaged about 15 points per game in about 31 minutes per game. He's attempted 11 field goals per game with six field goals per made. He's attempted at least one three-point shot, and he's attempted one three-point make and two three-point attempts in a game. His three-point percentage is about 38%. His rebounding overall, he rebounds about 8 rebounds per game, about 3 assists per game, 2 steals, 1 block shot. He averages about 3 turnovers per game, about 4 personal fouls per game, and he shoots at the line at about a 63% clip at the free throw line. And in terms of his rebounding, he averages about 2 rebounds per game offensively and 6 rebounds per game defensively, and he's 23 years old. So obviously the Brooklyn Nets see something in a guy like RaQuan Gray. He has not made any appearances for the Brooklyn Nets so far. He's pretty much been a guy that has been stashed in the G League so far. And he's pretty much a guy that's been playing, just pretty much trying to develop down there in the G League for the Brooklyn Nets. Is he a guy that could potentially, depending on how he looks, going into the summer league and going into training camp next year, how he could play? It's possible. I mean, his overall in his career, he averaged 90 games overall in his career, with 52 of those games started. He averaged about 19 minutes with about a 46% field goal percentage, and he shot about 26% from the three-point line. He had about 4 rebounds per game. He had 2 assists. He had 1 assist per game, 1 steal, a block per game, and he averaged about 7 points per game, with his best season coming in 2020-2021 with Florida State and the Seminoles, where he played in 25 games, started all 24, 26 minutes per. He played in 26 minutes. He had about a 52% field goal percentage and 27% three-point percentage. He shot about 76% from the free throw line. He had about 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block shot, and he averaged about 12 points per game. Like I mentioned, RaQuan Gray is mainly a developmental player for the Brooklyn Nets going into this offseason. He's not going to be a guy that you're going to be counting on. He's not going to be a guy that's going to be, a big-time player for the team. But he's pretty much stashed on the Long Island Nets right now to be a developmental player for this team. He was a third-team All-ACC player back in 2021 as well. And he's pretty much been with the Long Island Nets back from 2021 until 2023, when he was originally drafted for the 59th pick by the Brooklyn Nets back in 2021. He was waived by the Nets back in September of 2022, and then Gray signed back with the Brooklyn Nets, but he was waived on October 15th, and on November 4th, Gray was named to the opening day roster of the Long Island Nets, and now, as of today, April 8th, 2023, he signed a two-way contract with the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier in the video, they see something in this kid and they want to hang on to him as a guy they can look to develop more in Jacques Vaughn's system, place him more on the Long Island team after the season's concluded, see how he does during summer leagues, and maybe you can add a RaQuan Gray as a potential next piece on the team. He's got decent size, 6'8", he's 269 pounds, he has some good defensive skills. He can rebound the basketball pretty solid. You just need to get him more of an offensive game because his offense overall is where it lacks. He's not a guy that's going to go out there and average a whole lot of points. He's like a poor man's Day'Ron Sharpe or Nicholas Claxton in a way. Where he's going to be able to get you some decent rebounds and play some solid defense, but offensively his game is just not there. He's more of a defensive-minded center, power forward, than he is a offensive-minded guy or a two-way player. But just wanted to give you guys that news that just broke today. The Brooklyn Nets have officially signed Long Island Nets forward RaQuan Gray to a two-way contract, and he is officially going to be part of the Brooklyn Nets team, not only for the rest of the season, but going into next year, and he has an opportunity to potentially make the Brooklyn Nets roster going into 2023 and 2024. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and give a sub to NYG Jeffy T85. More news updates and chatter surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. Turn on the bell for notifications of the next video or short dropping on the channel surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. And you guys let me know in the comment section what you think about the Nets signing forward RaQuan Gray to a two-way contract, and the potential impact it can have with the Brooklyn Nets going into the 2023-24 season. Or is RaQuan Gray just going to be a player that's going to mainly be on the Long Island Nets and maybe just be a developmental player going into the 2023-2024 season? We'll have to wait and see how he does and how he looks in the upcoming offseason. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Take it easy, and as always, let's go Brooklyn Nets. It's a Nets world, and we're all just living in it.